Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great day today. Today we're gonna continue on with our RHCSA prep series here. So today this is really I've been excited to do this video because I get to learn one of lessons in RHCSA by my one of my favorite movies, John Wick. That's one of my favorite, probably I want to say one of probably my favorite action movie, fiction action series. So today's theme for RHCSA, we're gonna go over Linux permissions, basic permissions, and special permissions, inspired by John Wick movie series. So, so to set the theme here, so as if you guys are familiar with the John Wick films, they're pretty much John Wick is a contract assassin by the high table, and there's hundreds of thousands of contract assassins worldwide, and if you've seen the movies, uh, there's place sanctuaries, kind of places like called which is called the Continental, which there are different types of continental locations around the world. These are pretty much where the contract assassins go. If they're on a contract somewhere, it's like a lavish hotel with all the state of the art assassin equipment you could find. But the thing is, there's a manager there that runs each there's a manager in each location, in each continental location. But here's the catch though. You know, the Continental is governed by the high table, and the Continental, there are rules. Same as in our Linux systems. And then there on Linux, there's permissions. So our goal of this video today is we want to secure the Continental's assets using Linux basic permissions. So in our scenario here set up here, we got some items here we're gonna create. We're gonna build this out. So we're gonna build out the Continental. So that's gonna consist of Armory where assassins keep their armor, materials, guns, weapons, etc. Contract files. A contract file. We're going to create a contract file. We're going to have some high profile people on there that are on a contract list, a hit list. And then there's vault. We'll have a secret vault for like very secret Continental business. And we have a lobby, and we have archives, and we're going to have an owner of this is going to be John Wick, and the group, the high table. So let's build this out. So let's build a Continental. Let's create the assets. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some directories. So how we do that is mkdir, all right, -p flag for parent. So we're going to have this as server slash Continental, or excuse me for my spelling, Continental, and then uh, slash, and then we're going to have curly braces. All right. Then we're going to have uh, Armory, Armory, Armory. All right. Contracts, contracts. Spelling contracts wrong. Contracts. All right. Then vault. All right. Lobby. Archives. Archive. Archive. Archives. All right. And we're going to close that up. There we go. So, all right. So let's do a tree command to verify this. /srv. Here we go. There you go. We got everything built out. All right. So let's just clear this screen. All right. So Now, as I mentioned before, as we're in the world of John Wick, there are contracts. So, in order for we to get to know what we need to do, we need a contract list. So, which often they call a marker. So, we're going to create a text file called marker.txt, and we're going to place that in the we're going to create that within the contracts directory. To do that, we're going to touch slash srb server Continental contracts, and we're going to name the file marker dot txt. There we go. So in order to verify this, we're just gonna control A at the beginning. So we're gonna ls, and then let's just go to contracts, and here it is, marker.txt is there. So let's clear it. All right. And okay, and another thing we can use the ls-ld and we're gonna slash svr Continental and Armory. All right, so look at the permission set of the Armory. All right, so let's clear. All right, we got step 1 out of there. So step 2, we're going to go on a recon. We're going to check current permissions again. We'll check current permissions. So to do that again, we're going to do ls-l slash svr Continental contracts. All right, and marker slash marker. All right. Okay, so we're looking at the current permissions on the marker.txt. So as you guys well know from the previous videos, we know these are the permission sets. So we know we're looking at a file based off this dash here. So the owner of the owner's file has rewrite, no execute, and the group has just read, and the others have, everyone else has read. So if you want to modify that to octal notation, so of course that would be 644 if you want to do it in octal notation. And we notice here, all right, so we notice that we have root's the owner, and the group called root is the group owner. Of course, then you understand, this is when this was all created. So, but if you want to have some extra practice on that, watch my previous videos on this, and then catch up. But it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, so we got that. Let's check our permissions at the Armory. Let's see what we got at the Armory, because we want to make sure that our Continental resources are secure. So let's take ls-ld and slash svr. All right, Continental and Armory. All right, so when we know this is we're checking first, this is a directory now, because you can see the D for directory. So the owner of this owns this file. So root has read, write, execute. The group root has read and execute, and everyone else has read and execute. So we want to make sure we want to have this available for a lot of contract assassins. That way they can get all their equipment they need to finish their contracts, to do their contracts. So they got a dangerous job and they need access, they need to get it. So remember, just keep in mind though, why this matters is because we always want to make sure we get in a habit of practicing inspecting our permissions, because permissions do play a key role, and often even beginners to seasoned Linux engineers have sometimes a little issues with that or trouble with that. So it's very important that you check them. So let's go to step 3 here. So we're going to assign control. So in this exercise, we're going to change owner in the group. So as I stated earlier, we wanted to make John Wick the owner, and the high table was going to be the group of the group. So in order to make John Wick the owner, as we currently have its root. So in order to do that, we use another command we used in previous videos, which is going to be ch own John. Oh, you know what? I'm talking about John Wick, and I did not create John Wick. So let's create John Wick. So just user add. Can't believe I missed that. John Wick. Yep, there it is. And let's create a group. All right, group add high table. I think that's a cool name for a villain name group. High table. Oh, let me hyphen that there. High underscore table. Underscore table. All right. So let's do that. All right. So we created them. So all right. So let's just here. So let's make John Wick the owner of the Armory directory. So what we want to do is we're going to command code ch own, and then it's going to be John Wick, and we're going to split the file path /srv /Continental and Armory. All right. So in order to check that, again, let's check it. All right. There he is. John Wick is the owner. All right. So let's change the group. Let's change the group owner. So let's make the we want the high table. So the high table is just like this criminal organization that is the head of and the head of all the contract killers. They go back centuries. The organization goes back centuries. They go back. I mean, they have a lot of rules, and again, one of the main rules is nothing is above the table. So you hear that a common theme a lot in the movies if you haven't seen them. But I think it's an awesome group for a villain name for organization. So I'm probably biased, but anyhow, so let's keep rolling here. So let's just change the group ownership. So in order to do to assign high table as the group, so you want to say chgrp. All right, high underscore table tag complete, and srv for server, Continental, Armory. All right, so we're going to look at that again. There we go. John Wick is the owner, user owner, and high table group owner. So that's clear. All right. Or here's another command. If you want to do this all in one command, you would do ch own John, and then colon high table, and then the file path to the Armory. So, and then Armory. So this is the command if you wanted to do that in one command. So we'll clear this out since we've already done it. All right. So now we done created John Wick. We created a group. We added John Wick as the owner and the high table as the owner. So, all right. So next step is on step 4. We want to lock out the outsiders that are not part of the high table. So we want to remove access from others. So let's just take a look at the armory for a second. So if you notice, everyone outside the high table, others have read and execute, and we don't want that because the high table is a very established organization, secret organization. We want the best contract assassins in there, pot of assassins in there. So let's cut that off. Let's make sure that no one has access to that. Others have that except for whoever's a part of the high table, and we know John Wick is the owner, so we want to make sure no one else can access to the high table assets. So to do that, we want to do copy down. We're going to do chmod. All right. O for others. Minus, meaning we're going to take away permissions here. So read, write, execute, and slash SVR, and then Continental, Armory. So we're going to do that. All right. So let's verify. All right. There it is. If you notice, look at the others. These hyphens here, all these hyphens means no denied, no access, except for John Wick and the high table, members of the high table. So what we're going to do is, next thing we're going to do is, since we got remove access from others, let's restrict the high table. I know that sounds crazy, but we want to temporarily prevent group execution here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a command. We're going to use chmod G, lowercase g for group, a hyphen, meaning we're going to take away permissions here. So we're going to read and execute. All right. And then we're going to slash server slash continental slash armory. All right. Boom. Paste check. All right. So no one, I know it's crazy. No one at the high table doesn't have any permissions. Wow, we prevented group execution there. So now, all right. So this is crazy. I was like, that's crazy. We would do this to the high table. So let's go ahead and disarm John Wick in step 6. So meaning we're gonna take away John's right access. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chmod. All right, U for user owner. So we're gonna hyphen, meaning we're gonna take away permissions, and write and slash server. All right, and slash, and then we're gonna slash Continental and Armory. All right. So all right, so we're gonna check this again. Remember, so John only has read, and execute. So he can't even do his job. He can't shoot any other assassins or anything. He's been disarmed. So let's rearm John. So let's say, you know what, John, we'll help you out. We want to make sure you finish this mission. You know, we want to give you back your permission. So if you know from the movies, he was excommunicado. Let's say pretend he was excommunicado for a second. So let's say he said, hey, John, you're our best assassin. We want you back. So we're going to give you back. We're going to rearm you back. So we're gonna give full owner access to them. So do that again with, let's clear the screen. So this chmod, all right, chmod u, it's gonna be John because he's the owner. And then we're gonna plus, meaning we're gonna add permissions, rwx to /server /continental /armory. Boom. All right, let's always verify. There it is. He has rewrite execute. So we give him rewrite execute to that. So now let's go ahead. Let's give the higher table back their permissions for they. I don't want them to have to come after me. But so let's do that again. So ch mod, and let's do group. We're gonna add this. Let's do let's give them read and let's give them read and execute. You know what? Let's give them rewrite execute because they're the high table. So we're just gonna give that to them. Rewrite execute, and then /server /continental and armory. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna give that to them. So let's just verify we did. All right. So the high table, they're good. They're happy. They don't have to put any. We don't want to be excommunicado again. All right. So what now? We want to secure our vault, our Continental vault. As so, we don't want no one. Make sure no one gets access to the vault. So in order again to do that, we want to do chmod. All right, u hyphen. Oh, keep doing that again. The u hyphen read write execute comma G for group hyphen read write execute comma and others the others hyphen read write execute. So we don't want anyone to have access to this vault. So oh, am I missing something here? Am I missing some spaces here? Oh, yeah, missing a destination. That'd be nice to. Sorry about that. I'm sitting here taking permissions away. I don't know where. So /server /continental. So let's say vault. Vault. All right. So let's go check. All right. So we're going to here. Going to take this. All right. So we're going to change this to vault. Vault. We're going to see here. Nobody has the permissions to this vault. All right. So we can verify that. I always want to verify. All right. So we made sure that the vault is protected. No one has access. So now we want to open the lobby for everyone for the assassins all around. So we want to, we want to open access to all users, not for the secrets, but we want to open up. We want to open up to all users, all other assassins, because they got contracts they have to do too. So we want to open the lobby. So we only want to give them access to the lobby, not anything else in the Continental. So to do that, we want to do again. So this time we're gonna combine, show you a different way of adding rewrite execute to everyone. So we're gonna go chmod. Oh, then click on it. So we're gonna go chmod, and then we're going to plus. We're gonna add permissions, read, write, execute. So this is a shorter way of doing it. And then again /server /continental and /lobby. lobby. All right, there we go. Interesting. Oh, never mind. Space. Happens when you show stuff live. All right. Okay. Forgot the most important things. All right, so let's do this again. Okay. All right. Okay. User, group, and others. There we go. Then we're gonna have rewrite execute. This should work. All right. Control E for the end of the line. Boom. There we go. All right. So let's check the lobby. Check the lobby. There we go. All the assassins have full access to the lobby. So as you see, it's highlighted in green, meaning that it is rewrite access to everything. But don't always go by the highlights in Linux. So because other distributions have different color schemes, so don't go by based off the color scheme. All right. So all right. So now we're going to go make sure we're going to make our archives directory secure in a Continental. So we're going to overwrite permissions. So in order to overwrite permissions, you're going to see mostly like an equal sign, which is the overwrite. Kind of like similar to, like a redirection, like you're going to append and overwrite. So this is just going to overwrite. So we're going to overwrite user, group, and others to read, write, and execute on the archives directory. So to do that, we're going to do chmod. Chmod. All right. UGO. All right. Equals. Equals. Read and execute. Read minus X. Read, right? Okay. All right. And then on the server, Continental archives. Oh, archives. Did I create an archives? Oh, I did not, did I? I could have sworn I did. All right, tree. Tree slash SVR. Oh, okay. Never mind. I know what I did wrong. Okay. I didn't get the right path there. Okay. So we're gonna go. So we're just gonna go ch mod. All right. Again, ugo equals read minus read execute, and then slash srv, and then Continental and archives. Oh, did I do the archive? I could have sworn I created an archives folder. Where's that at? Continental. Yeah, SRV. Continental. Should be archives. Okay. So, all right. Let's see. Let's go here again. UGO. All right. UGO. And then Continental should be archives there. chmod cannot access chmod, no such file directory. Interesting. All right, let's cd into there. cd slash srv slash continental. All right, let's cd in there. It's ls Yeah. Okay, okay. Hmm. Interesting. Archives. All right. So let's go back here. All right. CD here. All right. PWD. We know where I'm at. Clear. All right. Let's try this again. Why this is not working, but all right. Let's clear. All right. I know that I created this directory here. So, okay. All right. So, okay, okay. So, so we're gonna go chmod, ugo dash r minus w. All right, and then we're gonna go to the slash. Let's go here. Copy, copy, copy. All right, now go here. All right, making sure I got that correct. Chmod chmod ugo minus minus maybe that's why minus x control E saying cannot access chmod cannot. Let's go to I should have root. I have that Continental archives. Let's see here. All right, okay, so this ls, so it's ls dash srv. All right, slash archive, slash continental slash archive. Well, maybe I don't have it in there. All right, let's go ahead and create that. Let's go ahead and create that there. Let's go mk mkdir. All right. All right, we're gonna make a directory. And this slash srv continental. I'm gonna make it archives. Archives. Don't know why it did not do that. All right, so it did that. All right, so let's do it again. So let's go ahead and do that. Archives. There we go. It worked. All right. So we want to change. We also want to check their permissions. We also want to verify the permissions. So we're just gonna take. I'm just gonna do ls dash ld, and then let's go Control E, push the end. There we go. So everyone only has read. Oh, everyone should have read and execute. Well, yeah, only archives equals read and execute. Read and execute. Yeah. So that should be what we're looking to see. So we can replace all permissions with one command. All right. So now, all right. So this actually completes the first part. So we're part two. Be lookout for part two. We're gonna get more into special permissions. So be on the lookout, and thank you guys again for just the continued support and um, just sharing this journey with me. Again, we're here to help each other, and I hope this video will help somebody. Again, I enjoy making these, especially this series here. I can do this and learn and learn. Even experienced Linux engineers or administrators, you know have struggles sometimes with permission. So it's very important to know where permissions are, how to implement them. Be careful, especially because we don't want someone to we don't want someone to have the ability to remove, like, they may remove something that's a system file that may mess up everything. So we want to be careful where we assign permissions to and why. So, but again, thank you. I hope you guys look out for part two is coming. Thank you very much. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys.